How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cole and Jay, and today we've traveled to one of our favorite giant spillways in pursuit of some slab crappie. So we're starting at the top of the spillway, looking down to try to figure out where the water's breaking at, to try to get a feel for it. And guys, there is an awesome break down there, and we are thinking we're gonna catch a bunch of crappie today. We also have great overcast conditions, and yeah, we're both very optimistic. But to kind of change things up today from what we normally do here, Jay and I are gonna be kind of doing a little bit of a friendly challenge against each other. One of us is gonna be using a jig and bobber rig, and the other is going to be using a double jig rig, which both of those work really well. I think that I'm gonna throw the jig and bobber, and she's gonna do the double jig rig because that's what she does best. So anyways, we're gonna hike our way down there. We're gonna get to casting. Hopefully we'll catch some, and hopefully y'all are excited to join along with us. If so, do us a huge favor, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and let's get down there and catch some slabs.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Fish on, oh baby, oh baby, woohoo! First fish of the day is a nice crappie. That did not take long at all. That is really exciting, and this is definitely a keeper. It's a really nice one. I'm gonna be adding him to the bucket, and I gotta get back out there. Hey, that feels like a good one. Oh, baby, that feels like a really good one. Come on. Woo! Look at that one. That's a slab. He's only got one eye. Oh, poor little guy. Man, he looks rough. Oh, that's a one-eyed slab.
Oh, hooked up. Woo! There we go. Yeah, yours is way bigger than this one.
Mine's bigger, but yours has two eyes.
Yeah, mine's got two eyes. Little black crappie. It's a nice white crappie.
Yeah, it is.
He does look pretty rough, but he's got some thick slabs on him. Well, he's actually got some nasty stuff on his side right there. Look at that.
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
we should throw him back.
Yeah, I actually feel kind of sorry for him.
Yeah,
too.
he's kind of rough around the edges. Let's send both these guys back into the foam.
Yeah. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Be free.
We'll catch some that are a little bit more high quality than that, hopefully. That guy looks really rough. Oh, right by the bank. Another nice little crappie. I'm getting most of my bites right up here along these rocks. Not a monster. Looking for something a little bit bigger than that today, but he's a keeper out here. We'll send him back. If we don't start getting some that are a little bit bigger than that, then we'll probably keep a few that size, just so we'll have something to take home.
Oh, there we go. Oh my goodness. That is a little baby. That is one tiny crappie. All right, there we go. Throw him back. Catch a bigger one. Oh, another one. Oh, goodness. Well, they're biting both colors today, so that's good. I'm glad I have two different colors. Whew. This one's still gonna be a little short. We're gonna throw him back. I have a feeling I'm gonna catch a really big one today. Just wait. Oh gosh, that's a crappie? That's a fish? Wow, I thought it was hung up on a rock for a second. This might be a really big one. Woo, baby! That's a really big one. Woo! Woo! Yeah, baby, that's a slab. That is what you come for. Oh my goodness. Isn't that awesome?
That one looks a lot better than the last big one you caught.
Yes, he does. He looks a little bit more healthy. Definitely bigger.
Yeah, he's a thick one for sure.
Oh yeah.
And he bit that white tube down there?
Yeah, they're biting both colors.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. That is a really nice one to put in the bucket.
I know, I thought I was hung up for a second.
Just hung up in a big slab's mouth. Man, I might swap up to the double jig rig. My bobber rig is really slow.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. I'm gonna stick with it for a little longer, but if you keep wrecking these big ones like this, I'm gonna have to make a change.
Woo!
There's one. Another one right out of the foam. That is so crazy catching them out of the foam like that. Man, another decent sized black crappie. Definitely a keeper for this place, but I think I'm gonna send him back into the foam. Keep pulling out for something a little bit bigger.
Fall. He is swimming right towards us. Woo! All right, there we go. He bit it right at the end of the cast on the fall. I'm not going to keep this one though. I'm going to throw him back. Try to keep some bigger ones today. Oh, golly! That one's... Man, I thought that was a really big one.
Oh, it's a white bass.
I was like, he's fighting so hard. That's why it's a white bass.
We don't catch a whole lot of those down here for some reason. Nice.
Pretty cool.
There's one. Pretty decent one. I guess we'll probably start keeping some this size. We were trying to hold out for the bigger ones, but the bite's been just really slow, but that's a solid keeper. We'll toss them in the bucket, get back out there, see if we can get them to turn on. Another one. Woo. I'm starting to make a little bit of comeback with the bobber and jig. Jay was smoking them on the double jig rig for a while, but it's gotten kind of slow. The water keeps swirling around. It's not a really consistent eddy, but what I'm finding is that I'm just letting my bait drift around in the current really slow and natural, and I'm getting a few bites now. So that's another good keeper. Let's put him in here. Oh, he bit it as soon as it hit the water, basically. That's crazy. That's crazy. I think that's honestly my first white crappie of the day. I've caught pretty much all black crappie over here. Pretty nice little white crappie. Toss him back in. Still looking for a big one. Got him. Oh no, it was a big one. No, that was the one. That was him. No. No. That was him, guys. That was him. Oh my gosh, about slipped off this rock. That's a crappie? Is it a big one? That's a largemouth. Oh man, I got so pumped. It's a little largemouth. Get up here. Woohoo! Man, I thought I'd have me a 2-pound crappie, but it's a nice largemouth. We've caught crappie, white bass, and largemouth out here today. You don't catch a bunch of these guys out here, but it's always cool to see them on the end of the line. See ya. Another one. Is that another bass? No, it's a crappie. It's a good crappie. Yes, sir. I think that's actually the biggest one I've caught today. How about that? It's a really solid black crappie. I'm getting all my bites right over the top of those rocks. Like, I have a lot of good open water here where I feel like they should be at, but I'm just not getting bit over there. It's the craziest thing, but I'll take it. I think that what's happening is that we have a lot of fish swimming up from the river channel up here to the dam to feed, and when they get about right there, they see my jig and they're like, yep, I want some of that. That's another good crappie. Put him in the bucket, get back out there.
finally. What the heck? This fish is all the way over here. Oh, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I have not caught a fish in like an hour, and I catch this guy. I snag a shad, and he gives me hope, but then I reel him in, and it's a shad. Oh. That shad was slimy. Oh my goodness. Oh, there we go. Darn it. What is that? Are you kidding me? What is happening right now? I snagged another shad. Okay. Interesting turn of events out here on the spillway. Oh gosh. This one is hooked really good in the tail. Whoa. Ow. What do we have here? Oh! Oh! Finally! It's a crappie! Hallelujah! It's been like a whole hour, and I was catching them so good in the beginning. But anyways, no complaints here. Finally got another one, and definitely going to be adding him to the bucket. That's a nice one.
Oh, it's a good one. Get up here. Yes, yes. I finally got myself a nice slab white crappie to add to the mix. I've been fishing for a fish like this all morning long, and the bite over the last hour and a half has just been excruciatingly slow. We haven't been getting very many bites, and the fish we've been catching just haven't been that impressive. Jay snagged a couple of shad, as y'all saw. It's been painful because, like I said a couple of times, the water looks so fantastic out here, and we were really expecting to catch a whole lot. But with that being said, we've got like 8 or 9 nice ones here in the bucket, and we've caught, you know, maybe 15 or 20 altogether. So it definitely wasn't a terrible morning, but just wasn't exactly what we were after. So we're gonna, I think, gather all of our stuff up here and make our way back across the dam to the car. Okay guys, we are back at the house now. We're at the fish cleaning table. Here's a look at today's catch. We have 8 nice keeper crappie highlighted by a nice slab white crappie there. Got another nice slab, and that black crappie is pretty nice too. I didn't really realize how big he was compared to the other ones till now. But some nice fish. So these fish were freshly caught and they were still alive when I got here, so I just gave them a swift bonk to dispatch them. So they are now ready to be cleaned. And today, to mix it up, I'm actually just gonna be using a regular old trusty hand fillet knife. You'll see me use the electric knife a ton out here, but for whatever reason I feel like going old school and using this bad boy. So let's go to work on these guys. I'm gonna show you guys how I go about doing this. So if you're new to cleaning fish, you're gonna start off by cutting around the gill plate slash operculum like that, and then you're gonna take your knife and you're gonna run it down the spine. You're gonna cut down to like the middle part where you get down towards the ribs. At least that's how I do it. So we're gonna start cutting down the spine. Let's go all the way down here to the tail. And then I'll usually run the knife blade like this. Keep it tight to those bones until I get to the ribs. And then once I'm there, I'll actually take the knife, feel around past the ribs, and I'll push it through. And then I'll run the knife blade out to the tail. Now what you have to do is just take the knife and just kind of easily cut over that rib section. Keep it nice and tight to it, and you're gonna come straight down off those ribs and peel the fillet right off the side of the fish. And boom, there you have your fillet. And all that's left to do now is to take the meat directly off the skin. So you kind of just get it started like that. Grab a hold of the skin and just work the meat right off the skin. Nice and simple. Actually got a little bit of skin left on there, which will be tasty, but there is a fresh crappie fillet, filleted with a regular old hand knife. I know some of y'all prefer this method, or maybe you just have a fillet knife like this at home at your disposal and not an electric knife. So it's really quick and easy. I still think that using an electric knife is a better way to go through a bunch of fish, and I can get, you know, just as good, if not a better looking fillet with an electric knife, but that's just, you know, my skill set. Some of y'all are probably way better at using a hand knife like this than I am. But anyways, I'm gonna finish cleaning up these fish and then we're gonna get them ready to cook somehow. I'm not sure how we're gonna do it today, but it should be tasty. Okay guys, so here's what's going on. I got the fish cleaned up and seasoned. I have some black and redfish magic on there. I'm gonna be throwing them in the skillet. Meanwhile, Jay's over here doing some housewife duties. She's swiffering the floor.
I gotta keep it clean. We got a baby that crawls all over the place.
Yeah, so right now baby C is getting watched over at Nana's house, so we have to capitalize on the time whenever we don't have him here, because that boy is always running around and making a mess, and we gotta keep it extra tidy in here because you know how it is. Whenever they're this age, they just get into everything, and he wants to like eat the leaves that are on the ground, and we're like, where do you keep finding these leaves? But anyways, enough on that topic. We're gonna get back onto the crappie cooking segment of this. I've got some butter here in the skillet, all heated up, kind of banging it around everywhere. I'm kind of in a frenzy, I'm just so hungry. Woo! And we're gonna get these boys on there and get them cooked up. We're gonna let these guys cook in the skillet for a few minutes, and in the meantime, I'm gonna throw a bag of brown rice in the microwave, and we're gonna put together a nice little lunch. Take a look at that, guys. In a matter of only about 5 minutes, we have ourselves a delicious looking plate of food. We have our Cajun spiced, or our black and redfish magic crappie fillets here, our brown rice here, and half of an avocado. Jay gets the other half of the avocado, even though I kind of want the whole thing, but Jay won't let me have the whole avocado. But anyways, we are going to give this the official taste test. It's so crazy to think that these fish were swimming at the spillway like less than 2 hours ago, and now they find themselves here seasoned up on our plate. Should be delicious. We'll do the taste test just to confirm it. Got a little bit of rice on there, a little bit of fish. Look at that.
That looks yummy.
Ah!
Oh goodness, I just mopped that floor.
You sure did. We're gonna have to call Buggy and Junebug in here. Might taste a little soapy to them. But anyways, let's give this a try. Fantastic as usual. Super good, super easy, and a really effective way, you know, to get some healthy food in your bodies. Like Jay and I are super busy people. We don't have a lot of time to cook sometimes, and this is just a great way to give us some fuel to get through the rest of the day. So, Jay, you wanna get a try of that?
Heck yeah.
Jay just wanted a little sampler plate. She didn't want a whole lot. She wasn't feeling super hungry, but she did want to partake in this adventure.
Mmm.
Really good?
Like you said, fantastic as always.
Yeah, we could dice this avocado up and kind of like mix it all together. That'd be really good. Maybe put some green sauce on it, kind of like fish taco kind of style a little bit. That would be really good. Got to love it.
The avocado is really good too.
Yeah, it's a dang good avocado.
And they all just go so well together.
Yeah. And you don't feel like greasy and sludgy and slimy. You just feel like full of energy and happy and healthy. A lot better than like the deep fried stuff that we did a couple days ago. Holy smokes, that was rough.
Yeah, that made me feel so bad.
Yeah, we don't do that very often.
It was good, but whoa, after you eat it, you're like, oh man, I feel horrible.
Yeah, it was a little too wild, but it was good.
Woo! This is really, really good.
So now that this video has come full circle, I think this is where we're going to wrap it up. We're gonna enjoy what's left of our meal here. We're gonna package up the rest of our extra fillets because we do have quite a few fillets left over. And hopefully we'll be enjoying them again really soon. But guys, we hope you all had a good time hanging out with us at the Spillway. It's always fun going down there. I'm sorry we didn't catch as many fish as we thought we were going to, but it was still a good time, and it's always a learning experience, and it was cool to see that we were able to catch fish on both techniques. I'm not sure which one outperformed the other. It seemed like Jay was going to be like the front runner and catch way more fish on the double jig rig at first, but I definitely made a little bit of a surging comeback at the end with the jig and bobber. It was slow and steady, but it was consistent.
But I think I caught the biggest.
You definitely caught the biggest, and you caught the biggest shad too.
Oh yeah, I did.
Actually, I don't know. I still don't know how you snag 2 shad
I don't know.
in the tail. Like,
I don't know. I don't think I've
shad.
ever snagged shad there before.
No, it's so weird. But either way, guys, we'll definitely be going back to that spot again in the future. If you enjoyed today's video, do us a huge favor. Hit the thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. We're Colin J, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye, guys.